Hi, it's Wendy Hernandez, attorney and creator of Command the Courtroom. In today's video, I want to talk with you about the difference between one party having sole custody or sole decision-making authority over the children and that party terminating the other parent's rights. So let me tell you where this is coming from. Over the last couple of days, I had a dad who came in to see me, and he's been in a years-long battle with his ex over their children, and they fight like cats and dogs about everything. And right now, they're going through a court battle, and he is just plain tired, and he's ready to give up. And what he told me was that he was considering just giving her all rights to the children. And I needed to clarify with him what he meant, because when somebody says to me that they want to give up all rights to their children, then that means potentially they're talking about having their rights as a parent terminated. And that is a big step. Having rights severed means that as a parent, you will never again get to see your children. You won't have rights to parenting time. You won't have rights to make decisions in their lives. Your rights are terminated. And if somebody else comes along and wants to adopt the children, like the ex gets a new partner or spouse and they want to adopt, then that can happen. So in this particular case, after I explained to the client giving up all rights could potentially mean termination of his rights, he understood that that's not what he wanted to do. What he wanted to do was just hand over custody rights and parenting time rights to his ex, so she would have all say over decision making and that he wouldn't even have parenting time. The client was also under the false impression that if he did that, he would no longer have to pay child support. And in a case where rights haven't been terminated, then I explained, at least in Arizona, that the client would definitely have to pay child support even if he wasn't seeing the kids or making decisions about them. So either way, he was going to have to pay child support. So he had to make a decision whether he was going to pay child support and not have any involvement in the kids' lives, or pay child support and try to be involved. So as a side note to that, if you're considering terminating your parental rights or terminating the other parent's parental rights, you really need to check with the laws in your jurisdiction to find out whether a termination of parental rights means that the obligation to pay child support is stopped. In Arizona, just because a parent's rights are terminated doesn't mean that the obligation to support that child is stopped. A person whose rights are terminated is still on the hook in Arizona to pay child support unless and until another party comes along and adopts the children. So before you go throwing around the words that you just want to give up your rights, have a clear understanding of what that means and what it is that you want. Do you want to terminate your rights? Or do you just want to give up sole decision-making authority? Or do you want to terminate the other party's rights or just retain sole decision-making authority and parenting time for yourself? Remember to subscribe to the Command the Courtroom YouTube channel for weekly updates. Go to Facebook, like the page, head over to Command the Courtroom, sign up for the free stuff on the website there. Until next week, keep on trucking and remember to command the courtroom.